guys, we're here today with a UU battle against my good pal Josh, aka Ultra Player. Make sure to check him out, link in the description below. If you enjoy, leave a like down below and subscribe for more content just like this. Timestamp here if you want to skip the builder. And with that said, let's get right into it. So before I get into the battle, I do want to quickly apologize. This video will be up a bit late. Obviously, as you can see, it's clearly not up at 8. It's probably going to be up at 9 unless there's something happens. I'm quite literally currently trading my opponent, their UU teams. So I appreciate Josh for really bailing me out on this one. For anyone who was at this stream yesterday, first, thank you for stopping by. And second, you clearly could tell that I had a horrendous case of hiccups to where several people offered to fill in to finish the stream for me because it got to that, to that degree of how bad they were. I ended up having them for about 12 hours, so was really not in the mood to record after painfully getting through that stream. So yeah, I never thought I'd have that sentence on the channel, but here we are. Because of that, though, I ended up getting home from work at like 4-ish, and then I ended up taking a quick power nap because I was so tired from not sleeping well last night. And then, yeah, battle ended up being late because of that. So Josh really bailed me out here, especially if we could really get Josh to any amount more subs, if not 400. That would be really amazing, in my opinion. Josh will probably upload his side Wednesday, but I'm going to upload my side today because I really need the content. With that said, we're bringing a Sun team in UU. This team is built around Specs Typhlosion with Solar Beam, Focus Blast, Flamethrower, and Eruption. Basically, this set is just meant to massacre the tier. Flamethrower and Eruption are the fire types of choice. Flamethrower being in case if we take it a bit of damage, and Eruption just because it does astronomical damage to Pokemon. For example, stuff like Spit Up Powder, even without the Sun Boost, takes around 60%, which is, well, actually, almost 70% at a minimum roll, which is absolutely ridiculous. Stuff like that's just a neutral Pokemon. And not even with the Sun Boost either, and it just takes around 70% from full, which is really insane. Obviously, we have Solar Beam, which is great for waters, especially with the Sun Up. This is just a really good breaker. Next up, we have our Sun Setter with Torkoal with the Heat Rock. We have Stealth Rock, Rapid Spin, Lava Plume, and Rest. Rest is just to keep this thing healthy. We have Stealth Rock just for Hazard Chip, Rapid Spin to clear hazards, which is great for Typhlosion, and Lava Plume just as a stab of choice. There's no Heat Train in the tier, so we don't need to worry about like Flash Fire Pokemon. Really, Typhlosion would arguably be the best one I could think of besides maybe Arcanine, but no one's running Flash Fire Arcanine. You're kidding yourself if you think you are. That being said, we're on to Venusaur now with Life Orb. We have Sludge Bomb, Growth, Giga Drain, and Earthquake. Earthquake is really just for steals because sadly Earth Power and Weather Ball were lost. Very unfortunate for Venusaur, taking a big L here. With Mild Nature, just that way we're not weakening their Earthquake. Sludge Bomb and Giga Drain though will ultimately be the primary attacks on this thing. Earthquake is just secondary at this point, but we still have Typhlosion to pair with this to break for Venusaur pretty well. Venusaur is probably going to be a really good cleaner late game, especially with Chlorophyll. This is an absolutely terrifying cleaner in UU. And pretty unrivaled too, because there's really not a lot of viable weather, nothing really that actually competes with this as a weather sweeper, because there's no way in hell that Drizzle's allowed. It was literally banned from OU. With that said, next we have Scarfer, the Choice Scarf Lantern, one of 2 Choice Scarfers on this team with Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, and Hydro Pump. Water Absorb mostly just to pair with Typhlosion, because Typhlosion obviously doesn't want to switch on water type attacks, and this being an immunity really does help. Now, I will say, if you guys are paying attention, obviously, at this point, you're noticing that we have a bit of a ground weakness. However, with the Scarf Lantern, we're able to offensively handle grounds, at least if nothing else, so it takes a little bit of pressure off of them alongside Venusaur, at least being a neutral option, albeit not a resist, but a neutral option to handle them. So, the team is a huge ground weakness, but we can offensively handle them at least. Next up, we have Ambipom with Life Orb. We have Technician with U-Turn, Thief, Fake Out, and Double Hit. The Technician really helps a lot with Double Hit being a viable-ish normal attack. And with Ambipom, it's basically one of the fastest Pokemon of the tier, so it's already having that niche is really valuable in my opinion. U-Turn's great for momentum, Fake Out's great for just priority in general. We have Fake Out, of course, just to make sure that we can get a free turn on stuff. It's great for breaking sashes, really strong lead for the team as well, so looking forward to actually using this Pokemon for once. Finally, we have our second Scarf on the team actually with Choice Scarf Nidoqueen. With Sludge Wave, Ice Beam, Earth Power, and Crunch. We have Crunch here mostly just because of the fact that Nidoqueen actually has, surprisingly enough, a higher physical attack. And if we look at the UU tier in general, there's Pokemon like Slowking, for example, that get hit harder by this move. So that's really valuable when you can obviously just run a Spit F Slowking and switch on this Pokemon pretty easily. There's other Pokemon I'm sure as well, but Slowking is just the first one that came to mind because I'm assuming that Slowking will probably be useful in this tier, considering the fact that he's just such a Spit F Pokemon. And it'll probably be useful for checking any sort of special breakers in the tier, because obviously that's probably the first Pokemon that really comes to mind as a really strong switch into Typhlosion. So having Crunch on this to really break that would actually be pretty useful in my opinion. And then obviously we have Ice Beam, Sludge Wave, and Earth Power. These will probably be the primary attacks of choice here. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the builder. With that said, let's get right to the battle. Peace out, guys. Hey guys, we're here today with a Wi-Fi battle. We're taking on my good pal Josh, aka Ultra Player. Make sure to check him out. He's gonna be probably uploading this on Wednesday. Josh really did me a solid if you guys saw it in Team Builder by battling me late today, so I can at least get a Wi-Fi battle up today because I wanted to bring Wi-Fi. I prefer it to Showdown, but I would have done Showdown if he didn't come through. So Josh, I really fucking appreciate you. Let's try and give him to 400 if we can, etc, etc. He brings Dodrio, Magneton, Umbreon, Roserade, Salamence, and Donphan. So what I will say really quickly, this team is a bit of an issue with Umbreon, I will say, just because naturally very bulky, but we're going to try and muscle past it. I think Typhlosion can do it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to lead off with Venusaur, because I'm anticipating the lead is going to be either Roserade or Donphan. If it's Roserade, I can switch, it's not a big deal, but I'll probably end up staying in, truthfully, because at the very least I can't get Sleep Powdered with Venusaur. So I think that ultimately this might end up being my best lead against every practical lead, I would say. But who knows, maybe Josh tries to counter lead. So Donphan ends up leading, that is perfect for us actually. So Donphan shouldn't really have a strong way to actually beat us 1v1. Like even Earthquake actually does jack. From Adamant Leftovers it does 86.7% max. So I think I am going to, well actually I guess 89% because it's level 50. I'm going to kind of try and bite the bullet and go for a Giga Drain here. We should guarantee take this even with Life Orb. Well, yeah, even with Life Orb chip on Venusaur, we guarantee take it. So Sturdy Donphan's gonna pop, perfectly fine. If Josh does take the hit, I'm gonna switch, because I'll be honest, I forget if Donphan still gets Ice Shard as a coverage move, or as an egg move in this game. So I don't really want to fuck around with that. Not really something I'm gonna risk my Venusaur on. So what I think I'll actually do here, Donphan is a big problem for this team. As I mentioned in the builder, ground types really do give a lot of issues. So what I think I'm gonna do, I think I'm going to go into... Well, how well does Ambipom take the hit? Ambipom actually should guarantee taking an Earthquake as well, because this thing ended up being leftovers. So we do guarantee take an Earthquake actually. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go hard into Ambipom. I'm gonna click Fake Out. No matter what attack my opponent goes for, unless they literally click like Superpower this turn and predict my Ambipom double, we guarantee take it. And Fake Out should guarantee take this on. My opponent switches, perfectly fine. I do not mind this. Roserade comes in. Okay, actually that is perfectly fine by me. Really glad I made the switch then, to be completely honest. My opponent probably did this to prevent me from getting a lot of Giga Drain health back. Though to be fair, stacking Donphan would have done that as well. But Donphan also, on the flip side, is very good against my team. So I get why my opponent did not do that. Ambipom should guarantee take this out with double hit. So I'm just going to click double hit just for the chip. There's no reason to take more life orb damage than I need to. So we're just going to go for double hit here. So, oh, this just barely took it. God damn it. That's going to suck. Man, if I just took a little bit of time just to go for Fake Out here, would have been able to guarantee take this out. But it's fine, not a huge deal. Poison. Honestly, I mean, it's a bit of hacks, but of course, Josh got rewarded for me making a kind of risky play without checking for bulky Roserade first. So I don't really mind it. If anything, this is I guess me repenting for that really risky play for no reason. So I'm gonna U-turn here. I think that ultimately it should cover any sort of switch that Josh might make to try and play around me going for a double hit this turn. Most likely I'm anticipating Magneton or maybe even Salamence going for an Intimidate, but I think Salamence is just a lot riskier. Truthfully, I'm expecting Magneton or Donphan to come in here, and I'm fine with either one. We're going to U-turn though. There's no reason for me not to go for that. We know this is bulky Roserade though, because it didn't take the double hit at all. Roserade should have guaranteed died otherwise. So either Ambipom has like very misgen set, or it's bulky Roserade. Roserade went down this turn. Really fine with this, actually. What I think I'm going to do here, I think I'm going to go into Ambipom, and then I'm going to sack Ambipom to Donphan when Donphan does inevitably come in on my Torkoal. Biggest reason being is this should open up a free switch into Venusaur, actually, which does open up just a lot of opportunity for me. Because Ambipom will guarantee die to Poison, if nothing else. So even if Josh does go for Hazards here, this is still really good for us, in my opinion. So we can actually still take advantage of this very well. And then I do get a free Sludge Bomb, because even if Magneton comes in, I can Earthquake it the following turn. Not really concerned. We're opening up as well for Typhlosion to have a really good endgame, which is really nice, because I can take out Donphan and then I can go for Rapid Spin, even if it does go for Rocks this turn on my Torkoal. So I'm perfectly fine with this. What I will actually calc out while I'm in here, because I think this actually might be worthwhile for taking a Sun turn to do this. So Donphan. So Donphan versus Torkoal. So my Torkoal, if I was to go for a Rapid Spin here, I would not actually outpace Donphan. However, I would do a good amount of damage. I think I'm going to go for a Rapid Spin. We know this isn't defensive Donphan. It's very offensive, it seems. At least it seems like it is. So I'm just going to go for my Rapid Spin. Earthquake goes off. It's fine. It should not take us out. This should guarantee not take us out, actually. So I'm going to go for my Rapid Spin here. This way, then I felt like this was still the best play to make. Oh my god, my opponent just barely lived. God fucking damn it. Okay. So now I do need to make a sack. So I think ultimately, my opponent's going to probably go for the kill here. Because I think clearing Torkoal is more important to them than not doing so. So I'm going to sack Ambipom this turn. And if my opponent goes for Rocks, phenomenal play by them. I can Rapid Spin up on Umbreon potentially. So not the biggest deal in the world, but it would be very annoying if they click Rocks this turn of all turns. But to be fair, maybe Josh predicted my sack into Ambipom. Stealth Rock. Good play by Josh. Great play by Josh, actually. Phenomenal play. So it is what it is. If I sacked Ambipom last turn, I could have actually avoided Rocks entirely. So that's kind of on me for not committing to the play I said I was going to make. But it's not the end of the world for Venusaur, if nothing else. I don't believe this thing has Ice Shard. I'm going to go off the fact that I don't think this thing has Ice Shard. Or actually, even still, I think I'm still better off going into... Would I not be best going into Lantern, actually, here? Yeah, I think I'm going to go into Nidoqueen here. Because going into Nidoqueen, I can just Ice Beam this very freely. Magneton will probably not come in immediately. There's no way Magneton is the immediate switch into this Pokemon. It's probably going to be Nidoqueen. So I can then try and go for a Rapid Spin on that later on. So that's what I will do. We're going to go for Ice Beam. The only switch in would be Magneton. There's no way that plays happening. So Donphan is gone now, which is really good. If it's not Defog Ments, that's the hazard removal gone, which is really good for us. So there is Salamence, Umbreon, Magneton, and Dodrio left. My guess is that Umbreon is probably going to be really the only threatening Pokemon to my team, in my opinion, at this point. I could totally see Salamence actually coming in here, if not Umbreon. I think it's probably going to be one of those two. Salamence being the fact that we've not revealed that we're Scarfed yet, and we did not reveal any damage rolls either. So my opponent has no reason to believe for Shucka or anything like that either. So that could truthfully be the play that they make. If not, as I said, Umbreon is also a pretty good switch in. It should be able to go for any sort of attacks. Goes into Magneton. What? Does Josh know we're Scarfed? What the fuck? Okay, well, shit. Now I need to pick a sack. I think I'm gonna go hard in the Lantern here. I know we're not Volt Absorb, but it shouldn't really matter, to be honest. I don't know why Josh brought this in. Magneton. We're gonna check for like Scarf, Magneton, Calyx versus Lantern. I don't know why Josh brought this in, but I reward Josh. I applaud Josh, of course, for making the play, calling that I might have been Scarfed on this. Maybe he just knew I was Scarfed. Who knows? To be fair, it's a very viable Scarf on this team, so I will not knock Josh for that. However, Josh making this switch here, actually, we do get a very free Volt Switch. So I'll definitely take that. That's actually really good for us. So I'm going to go for Volt Switch here. Yeah, I'm going to go for Volt Switch. There's no reason for me not to, in my opinion. Maybe I forego the Venusaur sweep. I don't think I need Venusaur to sweep this game, actually. No. I feel like Venusaur sweep is still really good. I'm going to go into... How much does Umbreon do? I probably need to sack something and bring in Torkoal and Umbreon. If Torkoal will, like, guarantee die at 80 HP... So, let's see. So, 80 HP after Rocks... Yeah, so it does still guarantee the hit. Okay, then I can't go into Torkoal right now, because I would actually be throwing Torkoal away by doing that. Then I think I'm going to sack Venusaur, because I think that ultimately I'm better off clicking the Sun from Typhlosion, going for Eruption Spam, and getting rid of Rocks. So I'm going to sack here. If my opponent does not go for Foul Play this turn, I'm going to go for Giga Drain, and I will try to Preserve, but I don't think I need to. Foul Play goes off? Okay, perfect. So I'm glad I made this play. Glad I can at least commit to something. But this is perfectly fine, though. My opponent does not have a switch in besides Ments, but even still, Ments in the Sun? How much does that take from Typhlosion? So, versus Salamence. So, oh yeah, no, this should do so much damage. Actually, that can do the KO, which is phenomenal, actually. We're gonna go to Torkoal now, though, and we're gonna go for Rapid Spin. Rapid Spin is definitely my best play. I don't want to go for Rest, because truthfully, I don't think I need to. I think I just go for Rapid Spin and then swap. Because Torkoal will still be around, guaranteed. So yeah, we're going to go for Rapid Spin this turn. And then I'm going to double. I'm going to double into Nidoqueen here. This Pokemon is definitely a bit of a problem for my team. However, it's not the biggest deal in the world. Let me double check Umbreon and Calyx really quick. So, Umbreon with Spadef versus Typhlosion. So with the Sun up, even after foul play chip. So 75% min and then minus, so let's see, so 99. Yeah, we should still guarantee take it out actually, even if it clicks foul play on us. So I'll definitely take that actually, that's really good for us. But we're definitely opening up to where Typhlosion should start wrecking shop. Even if my opponent does go for that, I'm really not too concerned because Lantern should also be able to revenge off Salamence very easily. So I'll definitely take that. Dodrio comes in. Okay, that's perfectly fine. So we'll get a Rapid Spin off this turn. And I think I'm going to go into Lantern hard on this. This Pokemon shouldn't really have anything to threaten Lantern. And I do get a very free Volt Switch actually on this, which is great. So we'll go hard into Lantern and then I'm going to quick Volt Switch here. So keeping our Sun up is still really nice. And the fact that my opponent has no more hazards, that's also really good because I can just sack Torkoal after the Sun is gone. And then go for a Typhlosion Eruption spam. So that will be very beneficial, to be honest. Because as I said, Ments could even get rolled by it. So we'll take that. So Dodrio goes for Brave Bird here. It actually does a good amount of damage, to be honest. I'm kind of wondering if this is banded. I feel like this might be banded. I know we're not bulky at all, but I still feel like it's choice banded. Dodrio with Brave Bird. That did like... No, I think it's Scarfed. That's like definitely not boosting at least. But if it is Scarfed, I mean, I can't really switch around this. So Volt Switch, okay, so this isn't Scarfed. And I wonder what it is. Dodrio's gone though. Beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna bring in here, I think I'm gonna bring in Typhlosion. Yeah, I'm gonna bring in Typhlosion. Because I don't want to switch it in on Umbreon. I think that's kind of a throw. And if I can force in Ments here, that's fine. I do have a double into Ments. Actually, I think I'll just click Eruption outright. I think it's my best play, because I can roll Ments, as I said, thanks to the Sun being up. So as long as the Sun doesn't disappear this turn, we're set. Intimidate's gonna go off, it's fine. Salamence. Okay, so yeah, so Salamence should guarantee die. Well, it not guarantee die, but it should take a lot of damage. As an 88 to 104, this could definitely kill. So I'm gonna go for my Eruption here. If we lose a Speed Tie, so be it. Salamence goes for Dragon Claw's turn. Fuck, okay. So that did a lot of damage. Oh my god. Alright. So now we need to bank on Focus Blast to break Umbreon, which is actually very unfortunate. I really didn't think it was worth it to risk this thing going for a Dragon Dance though. So we'll just double into Nidoqueen here. Not a big deal. Maybe I can bluff Shuckle Berry still. Could still definitely work in my favor. What I think I'm going to do, I'm going to play a little bit risky because it does open up a safer endgame for me. And I think that I'm going to click... Oh, never mind. Fuck. I think I'm going to click Earth Power. I think that Magneton will be coming in on this because the fact I feel like there's no way Magneton came in if it didn't know I was Scarfed. So I'm going to click Earth Power here. If my opponent doesn't make the switch, they go for Dragon Claw. So this is Scarf Salamence. Ooh. That's why they outpaced. Okay. I think this might sweep. This might actually just sweep me. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Well, we'll bring in Better Scarfer. We'll bring in Better Scarfer. It's okay, because Better Scarfer can do this. Lantern versus Salamence. Dragon Claw. Oh my god, that actually kills. This just sweeps me, yeah. No, this 100% just wins. My Lantern does not take this, and my Torkoal obviously is not going to take this. And my Typhlosion clearly was not doing enough damage. Yeah, this just clean. Good game to Josh. Very good game to Josh. Yeah, I mean, let me check Venusaur calcs. I'm kind of curious. I don't think Venusaur really made a difference here, though. I think my opponent just got too much damage on me. Yeah, Venusaur wouldn't have made a difference. I think I basically would have needed to keep around Ambipom and Venusaur to really make the difference here because of the Scarf Salamence, or just keep everything healthier. In fact, actually, if I didn't double into Nidoqueen, I think I would have been set. So maybe I should have sacked Lantern. Yeah, I should have just sacked Lantern. But even still, I mean, I was clicking Earth Power thinking Magneton was going to come in. Maybe my opponent would have doubled into Magneton at that point, but I feel like I was still pretty confident in clicking that either way. So that's definitely on me. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it at the very least. Good game to Josh. Very good game to Josh. If you guys did enjoy it, leave a like below and subscribe for more content just like this. We'll be back with another UU team tomorrow featuring Gyarados. With that said, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.